After these things, God put Abraham to the test and said to him, "Abraham." And he said, "Here I am." God said, "Take your son, your only son, the one you love, Isaac, and go to the land of Moriah, and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains I will tell you." Abraham rose early in the morning, saddled his donkey, and took with him 2 servants and his son Isaac. He split wood for the burnt offering, and set out for the place God had told him about. On the 3rd day, Abraham looked up and saw the place from afar. And Abraham said to his servants, "Stay here with the donkey. I and the young man will go there to worship, and will come back to you." Abraham took the wood for the burnt offering, loaded it onto his son Isaac, and carried the fire and the knife in his hand, and they walked together. Then Isaac spoke to Abraham his father and said, "My father." And he said, "Here I am, my son." Isaac said, "Here is the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Abraham replied, "My son, God will provide the lamb for the burnt offering." And they walked together. When they came to the place God had told him about, Abraham built an altar and put the wood in its place. He bound Isaac his son and put him on the altar over the wood. Then Abraham stretched out his hand and took the knife to slay his son. Then the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven and said, "Abraham, Abraham!" And he answered, "Here I am." The angel said, "Do not put your hand on the child or do anything to him. For now I know that you fear God and have not withheld your only son from me." Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw behind him a ram held in a bush by its horns. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered it as a burnt offering in place of his son. Abraham named this place Jehovah-Jireh. That's why we say today, "The mountain of the Lord will be provided for." The angel of the Lord called Abraham a second time from heaven and said, "I swear by myself, O word of the Lord, because you have done this and have not refused your son, your only son, I will bless you and multiply your descendants like the stars of the sky and like the sand on the seashore, and your descendants will possess the gate of their enemies. All the nations of the earth will be blessed in your descendants, because you have obeyed my voice." Abraham returned to his servants, and they got up and went together to Beersheba, for Abraham lived in Beersheba. After these things they reported to Abraham, saying, "Behold, Milcah has also borne sons to your brother Nahor, Uz his firstborn, Buz his brother, Kemuel the father of Aram, Kesed, Hazo, Pildash, Jidlaph, and Bethuel. Bethuel begat Rebekah. These are the 8 sons Milcah bore to Nahor, Abraham's brother. His concubine, named Reumah, also bore Thebach, Gaham, Tahash, and Maacah.